Hello everybody, this is Matthew and I'm going to show you the right download for making a Hackintosh. Now there's a lot of things on YouTube that talking about where you're going to get all that. So what we're going to do is so this is for the you got to use this for your VirtualBox. It's Mavericks. This is the So this is what we're gonna do. There's going to be, go to this, go to this over here on this, um, type in this, type in this, and then after, I will leave the text in the description, and so what we need to do is that we need to go all the way down here, so I will also type in so if you don't have VirtualBox, then you get this, and get so I'll leave this in the description. The Mavericks download, the iOS download is, so that's that. So I'll leave that in the description, and in the in this video you will need this code, and I will show you what that's needed there. So here's here's where this is. Now what we need to go is you need to go to first. Now you're gonna download VirtualBox, and so there's a lot of videos of how to set up VirtualBox if you have a Mac or a Windows. That's very good. So now here's how we're gonna get this done. So first, when you get this, create new on your VirtualBox, and then do the following. You're gonna have to do the following on here.
What is up, all my geeks and gamers? TechGeek1019 here, coming at
We're gonna have to go all the way fast forward all the way to what we're gonna make it. So what we're gonna have to make is we're gonna have to delete this.
Xcode. I program apps, but there's no Xcode for Windows, and the only we'll name it Mavericks, a workaround. And the reason it's difficult is because when installing, there's a workaround, but I'll get to that in a second. But to start off, let's create a new virtual machine. We'll name it Mavericks.
What we're gonna need to do is pick this, pick Mac OS X, and then on version pick Mac OS X 64-bit if your computer's a 64-bit, or 32-bit if yours is a 32-bit.
And change it to OS X 64-bit.
So here we're gonna change the here we're going to do the size. So on this size, we're going to you usually want to do this what it is already. Press next. And after that, create VirtualBox and do VDI, and then click next. And after that, keep it the way it is. And after that, it's there. So then what you're going to go is to settings. Make sure it's settings on that one you just set up. And then go to system and go all the way to, so that's what, so you're going to go to system and disable these two. After you do that, after that, you get video memory. You can keep that if you want more. So storage, here's the most important part. What you're going to need is you're going to need this, so click empty, and then click empty, and then press this button, choose, and I'll go all the way down to that download that Mavericks download. And then after that, click on that, and then go to open, and then that's what you're gonna need after that. So that you're all set with that part. And after you get that, you're going to need to go to USB. make sure that's enabled. That has to be enabled. USB. Okay, after that, we're going to go to, so close. So close VirtualBox completely. And after this, you're going to go to a command prompt. And then, okay, after this, so this is the code you need. I'm going to leave a link in the description with this code. And see where it's, so after that, so make sure you put CD, and then you're going to have to go all the way to program files, and go to your, go to the VirtualBox, and then copy it to there. And after that, press enter, and then paste the code I just showed you. And after that, that's what you're going to need with that part. And it's going to load. Oh, and then after that, you're going to need to enter what the same exact title. This title over here that you made. So this title, if you named it Maverick, so whatever that thing you created just now, you're gonna have to put that in, right there, where Mavericks is. Then close everything like that, and then after that, go back to VirtualBox. Then I'll go all the way to, so yeah, so there's all that. So you gotta go all the way to start. Then pick that. So what we're gonna do is that you have an AMD processor. Put in AMD right here. So that would be, and then 64-bit or 32 if yours, whatever your computer is. But in this case, for him, he's going to, well, so you can put in V to, if you want to see what you're going to do. So then after that, put in dash V if you want to see, if you want to do the way he is doing. But if you have an AMD, you gotta put it in AMD. 64 to 32. After that, press enter on that, and it will keep going here. Now, this is what might get stuck on. So we're gonna wait over here till, so if you get this, when it stops like this, do not close it. Do not close it, okay? So what we're gonna do after that is so listen to what he's saying.
Don't mind it. It won't. It'll keep going in a second. I actually had a problem with this. I didn't wait long enough, and so I thought it wasn't working. But in fact, it was working. So just let it do its thing, and eventually you'll see the mouse here. And now if we wait a few seconds, the install menu should come up. Let's see.
So
all of this is fine. If it says this, it'll still go. It should still be fine. This is on your own CPU model. I don't know why it says that, but it'll keep going. Unknown platform, that's fine. And all this stuff is just stuff it has to do for it to launch. So let's see if this thing launches quick enough here.
Okay, so we're gonna have to fast forward the video here because we're having difficulties with that part. So we're gonna have to go all the way, drag it to when it actually starts up. Right there.
Came back right after I paused it, but no matter.
Okay, so what we're gonna have to do now is that we're gonna have to, just select your language and then press enter. Press that button right there. Then after you get that, it's gonna go, sometimes pause a little bit. Okay, after this, press and continue, and then agree, and then select, so this is where we gotta listen.
Where, we have to do something, we're gonna have to do something, in order to get a disk to install it on. So we're gonna go to utilities, and then disk utility. Okay, inside of here, we're going to click on our hard drive, and we're going to go to the partition tab. We're going to choose one partition, and we're going to name it Macintosh HD, or you can name it whatever you want. Make sure it's Mac OS Extended Journaled, and under option GUID partition table, we're going to hit apply and partition, and it will now partition our disk so that it is visible now as a disk. There we go. We can quit out of disk utility, and here you go. There's the disk. Now if you hit customize, there's a few things in here. It's going to install Chameleon bootloader. The graphics enable equals yes. If it does not work, then you can uncheck that. Fake SMC is good. Bootloader flags is good.
So, if you want to, you can just keep all these.
What plugins do we have?
You don't have to do
CPU sensor,
anything in
GPU sensor. Nah, we don't need that. OS X fixes Apple TUI, Apple policy, upstream media client. That's fine. Other optimizations. Nothing here. So yeah, your best bet is to just go with the regular thing. So we're gonna click that, and we're gonna hit install, and it will then start installing Mac OS X onto your